and we're going to talk about the newer programs that Optimist International has come up with in the last probably year, maybe 2 years, but in the last year. So we're going to start off. We got first is the musical of happiness, and then we're going to go into the celebration of arts, which is the painting and drawings and visual photography and a kaleidoscope of performing arts and a spark in the park, which is going to be my favorite. Is my favorite, I should say. All of them are really. So we're going to start first off. I'm going to start out with musical of happiness. And I don't know if anybody knows this one. Before we do the video, I want to talk a little bit about it, and then we're going to go into the video. This is a musical or vocal competition, and it is on Choose Happiness. And all my children have been in band or some kind of music program in school, and it boosts your memory, builds task endurance, lightens your mood, reduces anxiety and depression, and stave off fatigue, and it helps you work out a little more effectively. So we're going to show this video, and we'll go from there. Go ahead, Albert.
Assuming Albert can find the video. All right, Albert. Well, Albert.
Anyways, while he's looking for that,
maybe I'll get faster. Maybe I'll get faster later.
Yeah. You have to be a minimum age of 11 to 19.
Can I start it?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go for it. Can you turn it up?
Optimist International presents Musical Happiness. Music makes people happy. This exciting new program is designed to encourage and celebrate youth, musical, and vocal categories. There will be awards for first, second, and third place of each category. All entries must be submitted for use using the hashtag OptimistMusicalHappiness2021. Make sure to email your YouTube link to programs@optimist.org. In the email subject line, include the hashtag. Good luck. We can't wait to see your submissions. We'll be posting some of them on our social media as we get them.
This is a really quick deadline on this, March 15th. So whoever can get that done, that'd be great. As I said, music is a great way to show many different aspects in your life. Again, this is vocal or musical. And I'm going to turn this over to Albert for the next presentation.
Visual arts. Thank you. Everyone knows that was Karen Watson, the current governor of the North Florida District, and I am Albert Still, the current governor of the Gateway District. Assisting us today will be past International Vice President Deanna Mara, whom you will see later. And I'd like to present to you one of the new programs that I'm excited about. It's the Visual Arts Competition. This is a contest for children 11 and under, and you hold this contest at the club level. A student 11 or under as of October the 1st of last year can submit either a painting or a drawing, and the topic of the painting or drawing needs to be choose happiness. The once the club finishes with its competition, the club selects their first place winner and submits it to Optimist International in St. Louis by May the 1st, 2021. So here are some of the rules. Some of the questions that we get are, what criteria shall we use to choose the winner? And the answer is on the second bullet point. Clubs use whatever criteria deemed appropriate to choose the winner. If your club decides you want to use judges, then get judges from outside your club. If you want it to be a contest where your club votes on the winner, so what? Your club can award prizes, and there are prizes at the international level. So you take a picture of your first place winner. I would say you would take a picture of your first place winner in each of the two categories, and then submit those images to the Optimist International, and that would be done by May the 1st. I have lost my screen, but what I'm going to also do is I'm going to put in the chat a link to the project details from the Optimist website. So look in the chat for that information. I'd also like to talk about the photography contest. I'm sorry, my screen just seems to want to jump around. The Optimist photography contest is another new contest to Optimist International that was established last year during Adrian's year. Now, the photography contest, the way this works is your student, from young kids up until the age of 19, the same age restriction as the oratorical contest. So this goes through high school, and the youth produces a photograph, and the photograph needs to be tied to one of the lines of the Optimist Creed. So I have a video that I would like to show. Let me see if I can share my video here. I'm not getting any better, am I?
Sue Armstrong, and I am from the Ohio District. I live in Kettering, Ohio. I'm happy to share with you some information about this new project, the Optimist Photography Contest. The whole idea of it is that we want to be sharing our wonderful Optimist Creed with students and with their parents. That can also help us with leading into possible new members for our clubs. The object of this is for students to use their abilities in art in the way of photography. They will be choosing a line of the Optimist Creed that they want to highlight in a photo. And they have the opportunity to submit up to 3 photos. So again, they will choose which line of the Optimus Creed. Each of their photos will be exemplified. As they go through that, they can take the pictures with their phone, with a regular camera. They cannot do any photoshopping other than cropping of the photo. They cannot submit a photo that is, say, a 4x6, 5x7, or 8x10. They also will need to put that in a frame mat when they do submit it to be judged. I'll show you just a couple of basic samples, and then this is just showing one here, and they list which line of the Optimus Creed they are going to be, this photo is going to exemplify. Also, whenever I give them to judges, I number them. That way it helps keep them a little more organized. And also I have found that it's good to put an envelope on the back of their entry and put the entry form inside. That way all the materials related to this are all together. The name of the student who did it is on that application. It is nowhere listed on the front. That way nobody took the photo when they're doing judging. This is another, a little one. And again, the same thing, just an envelope on the back. That will help the judges as they're going through this. The other thing, whenever you're doing judging, they can only win 1 prize. So a student who submits 3 photos, they cannot win 2 or 3 prizes. They can only win 1 whenever the judging is going on. That keeps it a little bit more fair, and the opportunity for more students to have the opportunity to receive an award. Every student who enters, you should provide a certificate to them. At your club level, you should choose a 1st, 2nd, 3rd place winner. And it's your choice whether you're going to give a medal, a plaque, or some other type of prize to those students. You also do a grand prize winner if you want to for your club. After the judging is done, we ask that you send the 1st place winner onto the district. That way it can be displayed at the district level, and there can be a People's Choice or grand prize winner selected by a vote at the district conference. Our idea was for this to happen whenever you're doing your finals, the district contest for oratorical, those can be displayed, and anybody in attendance could cast a ballot on those 1st place winning photography contestant photos at that level. And then the district, you could decide what type of prize you want to give to a student who would win that. I think it'll be fun to kind of see the types of photos that come in. And this is available to students elementary through high school. So there'll be a wide range, I think, of the types of photos that will be coming in for this. And I really look forward to it. And I think it is a contest that some maybe feel like they can't do some of the other things, that they could do this contest. So again, if there are some questions at the end, you can let me know that. But again, they can either handwrite what the name of the light the Optimus Creed is on here. They can print it and glue it or tape it on, just as long as it's on the front, so we know which category and line of the creed that is going to be doing. So hopefully you'll consider having this contest in your club and in your district. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Sue.
You're welcome.
It's a wonderful program, and again, it's one that we can do while we maybe still social distancing or maybe not be meeting in person. It'll all be kind of arranged through Zoom or through email. And if you're looking for contestants, sometimes you can get your contestants through your neighbors' children or grandchildren, etc. So that, because there are some school districts, as we found out yesterday, and Sue will mention that. If you'd like, go ahead and unmute yourself, though.
Okay. Okay. One other item I'm going to tell you. Also, in your clubs, you may have members who are current art teachers or photographers by profession. Those would be your ideal people to do the judging for you for this contest. So consider that also whenever you're deciding, who's going to do the judging whenever you do get those photographs in. So that way it gets those people a little bit more involved in an area that they feel very confident about. Thank you. Thanks, Sue.
Okay, thank you. You'll notice that that video seemed to end, and then they extended it just a little bit because there was some detail that they needed to go ahead and finish up. I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint. And here are some of the details about the photography contest. And I would point out that some of the details differ from the visual arts competition. Notice that Optimist International has established a Optimist International level award for winners in the arts contest. However, they have not established awards in the photography contest. Some districts may decide that they want to have a district level contest, which you know, just check with your district and see if they want to do that. No matter what, then when you complete your club judging, then please submit your winners to your district for display, if not for judging. Okay. I'd like to call on Karen to talk about the. Wait a minute. Is it Karen or Deanna next? Is Deanna next?
Yeah.
Yes, it's me. I want to talk to you for just a few minutes about Kaleidoscope. Just a little bit of information of why all of this happened. All of these new artistic activities that we're trying to bring to the forefront were the brainchild of our immediate past international president, Adrian Alcott. And it was his dream to affect, for us as optimists, to affect even more young people than we do now. For lack of a better way to put it, some of our big projects, our essay and oratorical, those kinds of things affect a certain type of student, of a young person, possibly on a more not to sound weird about it, but something more creative as opposed to solely an intellectual pursuit. I think that's a good way to put it. And past President Adrian loves the arts. So it was his charge to our committee to come up with some things. And we did. We came up with visual arts competition, the photography competition, a project that you're going to hear about in just a few minutes, Spark in the Park. And this year it's followed through with the musical competition. My charge, the charge to me, was to develop a guide for a showcase. Showcase that you could do with clubs in your zone, a showcase that you could do individually with your club, showcasing the talent of the young people in your community. Some of the things to include in your showcase. And I always referred to it when we were talking about it in committee, the Big O Talent Show. That's what it is. It's a talent show. You can use Kaleidoscope as simply a showcase of your local talent, your boys and girls from all ages, or you can use it as a competition. And you can also use it as a fundraiser. There's nothing more memorable than the celebration of talent. And in those same lines, bringing other people in, parents, participants, people in your community that have expertise to help you pull off the showcase. There's nothing better. So just a few minutes, a few words about what you can include with your showcase. Things like, of course, musical talent, singing, vocal performance, dance, even magic acts. Some of the older students have opera talents, those wonderful singing voices. theater and musical theater, excerpts from those types of things. Then you've got spoken word. You have even miming, puppetry, and you never know where your talent is going to come. You could even have a circus act. We don't know. But the guide, getting to the guide, and it's complete. It tells you from start to finish how you get started, what to include, how to hold your auditions, how to advertise your showcase, what to do before your show, how to bring in your community people, how to bring in your school people, how to bring in your Optimist Club members, how to run the show step by step, and what do you do when you get finished? How to run it as a competition, if that's what you choose to do, and how to run a showcase like Kaleidoscope as a fundraiser. There's also at the very end of the guide, a participant's guide that gives you some things already written up that you can copy, adapt to pass out for publicity purposes and that kind of thing. So where is it? If you want to access it, it's on the Optimist International website. It's a 2-click process to get to it. You're going to go to optimist.org. You're going to look right up there at the top in the menu bar where you navigate. You're going to click on member resources. You're going to, when that screen comes up, you're going to scroll down to programs. You're going to go to community activities. Click on that, and then all of these project guides, including Kaleidoscope, will come up on that screen. They're over on the left-hand side so that you can have your own access to the guides, follow them step by step, and move forward with some of these great projects. We are not always going to be in a pandemic, and you want to reach as many kids as possible. You want to reach as many community members as possible. So I encourage you to look at these projects and make some decisions as we move toward the future. Karen or Albert.
Thank you, Past IVP Deanna. That's awesome. We actually, my club is supporting the baton twirlers now. We have 2 groups of baton twirlers, kind of a lost art, but
I should put that on my list of talents.
Yeah, because
there are so many Miss Georgias who have paved their way. And there's also Suzanne Sugarbaker from Designing Women, who made her way as a baton twirler on the night the lights went out in Georgia.
Well, we support 2 groups, about 30 girls, and range from 1st to 5th grade. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I'm going to let that my club know that. And I'm up again to talk about the Spark in the Park. This is kind of a favorite for me. We kind of already do this. I do a big car show for a fundraiser every year, and it's coming up this Saturday, and we really highlight our kids for this. And it is a Robin, and we also did not introduce Robin. North Florida's past governor, Robin Rich, is also helping us, and she's handling the chat and putting all the websites in the chat. So everybody give her a wave. The Optimist Park in the Park, Fun in the Park. We did this last year for a fundraiser for a car show. And we there's so many different aspects of this that you can do. We do one is called Brown Bear. Brown Bear is where they take pictures and they put him out on various places in the park, and they have to find them and bring them back to a certain central point in the park, which is great. And they get a little prize, whoever brings the most pictures from the book. It's a book. I don't know who writes the book. I can't tell you. Maybe Deanna can speak up with that. I really don't remember how to do that. Scavenger hunts. A new one, which I didn't hear about until last night. Geocaching. Caching. I guess that's how it's said.
Geocaching.
Geocaching. I never heard of that till last night, which I thought was kind of interesting. and I kind of even looked up the real meaning of it. Geocaching is a real world outdoor treasure hunting gaming using GPS enabled devices. Participants navigate to a specific set of GPS coordinates and then attempt to find the geocaching container hidden at that location. For our children, we will not be doing that. We do sack races. We try to get other activities. Face painting we do. I'm trying to think of all the things we do for ours. A tug of war. I think we're going to integrate a tug of war this year into that. And other various kind of beanbag game. As you can see on the screen here, there's so many different ones you can do. They don't do the egg carry anymore. They do a lemon or lime carry nowadays. I guess they don't want eggs on the floor, on the ground, I guess. I don't know. Is there a video that goes with this, Albert?
Excuse me?
Is there a video that goes with this? I can't remember.
No.
No.
Oh, okay, that's fine. This was actually dreamed up to work with kids with disabilities. But as I said, we use it for everything. These little, I call lost arts, is like tug of war, tag. I can't think of all the other ones here, but offhand, my brain is gone blank. But we get the kids interactive, to play, to kind of get out from the house. They've been cooped up in a house, probably still are cooped up in the house, depends on where you're at in the world. And kind of run and just kind of be free and have some fun. And when we did brown bear book last year of that hunt, I think we had 20 plus kids all interacting with that. I think we went up to age 10 on that one. I have to go back and look at that. Did I forget anything? This is not a competition. This is something that you can do when you're doing a fundraiser, or just do something if you have a park. We have 2 great parks here in my area, and we just go out and we just make sure the kids get out and have some fun. Let's see, what else have we got here? I think the website, the link is going to be in the chat if anybody wants to know anything more about that. Has anybody got any questions on any of the programs that we just talked about?
One thing, the brown bear you were talking about, that
Yeah.
book, that's a series of books. It's written by Bill Martin Jr., illustrated by Eric Carle. You all will know who Eric Carle is, the Very Hungry Caterpillar. So it's really good for kids, and I can see where it lends so much fun.
It is. Yeah, because these kids start running and they're like, where do we go first? Where do we find these pictures? And I mean, they really go all out and run around trying to figure out where these pictures are at. And when they get them back and whoever wins, they think, they think that's the greatest thing in the world, to get a little goodie bag or whatever we give out. We give out goodie bags. So,
Yeah.
Thank you. We ran through our presentation rather briskly. I would mention to you that you probably did not get all of your questions answered today. I would encourage you to look in the chat. When you open up the chat, at the bottom of the chat window, there's 3 dots. And if you click on those 3 dots next to the word everyone, then you can click on Save Chat. I encourage you to do the Save Chat. It'll create a file on your computer, and you'll be able to then have a reminder of these links on optimist.org, where you can find the complete details on these programs. We do have about 5 minutes time left in our breakout session, and we'll open it up for questions. Before we do, at the bottom right of your screen, if you're using a PC like mine, there's a button that says leave room. When you are ready to go back to the main room, then you click the leave room button, and typically it will give you a choice either to leave the room and return to the main room, or you can just exit our entire Zoom meeting. I would encourage you not to exit the Zoom meeting, but simply move back to the main room. So if you'd like to have us discuss any aspect of any of these programs for the next 4 minutes, just go ahead and unmute yourself and raise your hand, and let's see what you have to say.
Hey, Albert, this is Robin. Hey, I'd like to suggest that you, Karen, and Deanna pop your email address or best contact information into the chat so that if we do run out of time, everyone here knows how to get in touch with you and can speak with you specifically about any questions they may have on how to run these programs.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. And again, great point brought up by Albert. Everybody go ahead and save off the chat so that you'll have record of not only their contact information, but also how to get to OI's website where all of this source information is detailed.
I do have to say that we had a fun activity planned, and it was a bit of a scavenger hunt. We've run out of time, but I was getting prepared for it. So, because I knew I was going to moderate it, it has to do with alcohol. This is Hatfield and McCoy's Moonshine. We thought we might plan a little activity with that. So that was my most unique thing I've got in my cupboard. And they say it can be a cure for COVID.
Hey, Deanna, we're just going to have to meet up in Atlanta and have our own scavenger hunt up there.
I know.
Bring
What
your
we were gonna do was play Gilligan's Island. So we were gonna take it back to the island theme with your most unique survival item. And with something like this, you can not only drink it, but you can use it as an antiseptic. And if you watch that show on Discovery, The Moonshiners, they feel every week that they've just about discovered the cure for COVID.
Hey, y'all, I just want to let you know this breakout room is going to close in about 1 minute. Go ahead, save off the chat. Someone's just asked, how do I save the information? Down in the chat box, there's 3 dots. If you click on that for more, you'll be able to save the information from there. There you go. Albert just posted in the chat as well. But if you've saved off your information, go ahead, head on back to the main room. We've got a great afternoon planned.